Like any New York winter, we have had rain, we've had snow, we've had ice, we've had wind, we've had cats and dogs falling from the sky. It's just wonderful weather and high taxes here in New York. What more can you ask for? But despite the weather, I have been out in the woods. I have been desperately trying to get a jump start on clearing the trail in prep for the riding season before the nice weather arrives. That is, if the nice weather ever arrives. So here it is, a winter update on the trail making and the other miscellaneous things that I got very distracted on in the woods. By the way, stick around to the end, there's some big news. So it's been about 2 months, 3 months since I cut this trail that I'm standing at here, and it's like unrideable. There's trees down, there's branches down. Every 10 feet there's a branch down. On a day like today when it's 10 degrees out and there's snow on the ground, it's difficult to clear the trail. But I still want to get some things done. So what I do is I'm kind of just doing a rough pass and moving anything that I can see that's on the ground, and then kind of figuring out where the trail should go. There were times when the snow actually melted, and I took advantage of that because I could get out there and clear the ground. Got the GoPro 7 running. Uh-oh. Wow. This is a killer tool. So like all these little twigs, boom. You just go boop. Might need to sharpen it, but this is killer. There are some sections where using like a rake like this is beneficial. Like in here, there was just so many twigs and branches. You could break it in by riding it, but it would just be ugly. That's neat. Remember how I said distractions in the beginning of the video? This is one of them. Here I am spending my time looking at how water solidifies. Okay, let's keep working. I get distracted out here. I get a lot of satisfaction in making trail. You know, I just like being out in the woods, getting exercise, and then just getting the trail done. I like it. At least this time of year, I like to clear trail. If it's riding season, I want to be riding. You know, that's ultimately what it's about here. This is going to be nice. A lot of lines. I had to clear all this crap here. It's all this vines. It's such a pain. Dragged all these trees out of the way. We got a big snowstorm, so I hiked out later in the year to try to figure out how I'm going to make an easy route around to this super steep downhill. So I'm heading out for a hike right now. It's really deep, the snow. It's knee deep. So right here is the area of concern. You come down this really steep hill. This is where Tom got all freaked out and couldn't go down the hill. Ah! I did psych myself out. I'm shaking. Oh, okay, that is one way to do it. So I'm trying to figure out a line for like beginners. Trail comes down over there on the other side of this down tree, and then it goes way down. That's the steep part right there where Tom had the problem. So the question is there an easier spot down for like a beginner cutoff? And I don't see anything. Yeah, right down this spot. And we've done this before. I mean, it's really steep. We've come up this part, but it's still really steep. But I mean, there's nothing down at the bottom to really cause any issues. So this is probably the best bet. Oh, it's still not good. Why didn't I take the snowmobile? Oh, why did I do this? I had to cheat a little bit. I've got the chainsaw. I know I said I wouldn't use a chainsaw, but I need to. We just need to open it up. I mean, there is just too much debris from logging to possibly cut with loppers. In my original trail making video, I said I only use loppers. Well, I'm making an exception. Now that I've cut the whole trail, I've made a trail with the loppers, it's time to go back through and make the trail safer and cut all these daggers and dangerous sticks and limbs and treetops out of the way. All right, this section's done. See how quick that was? If I was out here with loppers, well, I wouldn't have been able to do it with loppers. So let's take this section, multiply it by like 100 or 200. That's how many more spots I have to go do. So it's gonna be a jump over the log, but I mean, you gotta have a route around it too, because no one's, I mean, I still haven't even tried that yet. The way I'm setting this up, at least the way I envision this trail working, is you're going to be out there, riding along, you're going to come across a split, where you can go hard or easy. Easy is going to be flowy, fast, a hare scramble style track. Hard, if you pick all hards as you ride this trail, it's going to be like running a hard enduro. It's going to torture you. And you saw that loop when Tom and I did it last year, at the end of the year. It was rough. But what I gotta do now is make the route arounds the easy portions of those. So that's what's happening here. Ah, oh, jeez. That happens a lot. All right. I'm able to get some progress here in the snow. So I kick a little bit, but I mean, it's like these type of things, I'm not gonna be able to clear. There, see, like, look at that. Can't tell that stuff's there, but I kick a little bit if there's something big. I'm moving it, but I can't, you know, you can't get everything right now. I tell you right now, these Corona loppers, they're like my go-to. I don't know why I'm like such a Corona fanboy now. It's like, can you be a fanboy of loppers? Of pruning tools? I am. So I'm in one of those sections where there's just so much debris. It's all these vines, and I got branches broken everywhere. It's all hawthorn. This is the worst stuff to clear, and it's just so much work. You go about 50 feet in about an hour. I'm going 50 feet an hour. I'm trying to rip all this stuff out. These vines are terrible. All this stuff falls down. This will be cool. I'm gonna see if I can start an avalanche, just a little baby avalanche. But the snow is good. It shelves and starts to break away. Stepping up here and then boom. Yeah, wow. And that's how avalanches start. Just like 5,000 times bigger, but seriously, like, if you were at the bottom, that snow is so heavy, just that little bit is enough to kind of get you stuck. So if you imagine that like 30,000 times, then you're in some big trouble. That's why avalanches are so dangerous. Let's see if we can do another one right here. Oh, there it goes. Wow. So see how the top layer breaks away from the snow beneath. Then it just shears and the whole thing goes with it. I'm having fun. This is crazy. It's all ice down here at the stream. There's a risk of ice jams. It's going to get really warm and we're going to get a lot of rain. Add that to the snow melt and it's going to be roaring down here. It'll be really interesting to see. Holy cow, it's slippery. But you could definitely skate all this. Go across a little bridge. Man, I'm almost tempted to get my ice skates. Unfortunately, I had to stop trail work for a second here because I had to get my leg cut off. Okay, no, I had this suspicious lump they removed out of precaution in my leg. So I have stitches and everything, but I'm almost over that. And here it is, the big news. I'm getting a new bike. And it's a big, big change.